Hello everybody, welcome back to some Kholat. Picking up where we left off, we just jumped, well I mean I guess last time we jumped this and then went a little distance, but I could have swore that we picked up, or maybe that we're up here. I was just trying to figure out where we were, because obviously there's no "you are here" on the map. Which I feel like when you're continuing a new game, they could at least do that much for you, you know, just like the first time you open your map, it's like, boom, this is where you are or something. But I thought that you were supposed to always, like, I thought it only, oh no, I guess it saves when you pick up a thing as well, right? So yeah, that makes sense, because it saves at a campsite when you pick up a thing, so we should be on this path here heading towards what's presumably a cave. Okay, so that's zooming in. We have X as a flashlight. B is crouch. We don't have a jump. We do have a sprint, which I don't... No, I did know that, right, and then it just isn't a very good sprint. Okay, well, I don't like how the music changed. Or how I'm hearing things walking in the snow without seeing anything around. Where the hell are we then? Because this note here should have been where we were. This was the only path out of there. But I'm at a split path now, and I don't see that on the map. Oh yeah, also isn't there a button to get the... No, that's a drink. Oh, there it is, right trigger. Okay, so that's... So that's north, which lines up with this path being where we were, so I guess we just head down, like south. But I am curious about what's this way now. I mean, because I could theoretically go down that whole cliff, right? I mean, it's not the best footing in the world, but it's not horrid. So I guess let's go this way and see if we reach a cave. Because yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, we are going into a cave. Although this seems like we're going into this cave based on the compass. Wait. I don't know if that's north. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Because, I mean, we're heading east through a cave. And the only caves on here are going south and going west. Now, I do remember that last time I figured out that for some reason, either the compass or the map was at, like, an angle. Like, one of them wasn't straight. Like, north on the map isn't actually north. Or, like, the top of the map isn't north or something, but...
I have chosen you. You are remarkable, just like me. But you are losing your mind, my friend. You're slipping slowly into the abyss, and there is no one to give you a hand. And at the bottom, I am the only one waiting for you.
Okay. Okay, so presumably we're out here. But once again, I see two paths. Because, yeah, where we started, I could see the bridge. And we had to have started because this didn't put it into my quick resume. So I actually went through the main menu to get here and hit continue, which means I should either be at one of those markers or at a campsite. I wasn't at a campsite, which means I have to be at where we picked up one of the journals, which has got to be this one. I think was the last one we picked up. I mean, it was definitely one of those two, but either way. I mean, I don't know which way to go, because I don't know where we are. Although it shows another... Because, like, if we had just came through here, right, we should be able to turn around and maybe... Well, I guess maybe not see this bridge. It is fairly mountainy, so... Yeah, I really don't know... where the hell we're supposed to be. Because, like, right now we're heading south. But there isn't any paths heading south where I should be. Oh, there's another cave, though. So if we can go into this cave, it's got to be this, right? Assuming that, yeah. Because we definitely came from that cave. So now we're heading into this cave. Alright. God. See, I'm recording this a little later than I wanted to, like with a bigger gap in between the last part and this part than I wanted to, but I ended up with some extra time yesterday, so I decided to do the Sinking City because I wanted to do 2 parts of it, which I did. It just the 2 parts didn't take quite as long as I thought they might. So I mean, as long as we stay on this road, it's an awfully long pathway. Got another totem. Huh. A pass like that with a totem on either side. Probably not a good sign, so... I mean, not that I can tell where we... I mean, I would think that we would be over here with how open this place looks, but if that's the case... I haven't heard the flapping of a note, and we should pass by one along this road. Or assuming we stick to the path, we should pass by one. But I remember you can hear them flapping in the wind. Like that. Oh. Maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. Wow, you can hear them from quite a distance. Anomalies do not exist. When almost 20 years ago I wrote about a strange anomaly occurring in my city, as a reminder, I reported spatial distortions in between buildings. They thought I was nuts. Since then, mankind has been witness to thousands of strange, mysterious, and unexplained events and phenomena around the world. A lot was documented and supported with hard evidence. Unfortunately, to this day, prominent scientists seem not to notice or simply underestimate this issue. We've asked Dr. Jarvis Northarm from the American University of Technology and Life Sciences. Anomalies appearing practically around the globe is an undeniable fact. We know that at least several dozen of such events have taken place in Russia and the United States, but we have also received many reports of strange, extraordinary, and sometimes dangerous phenomena. Authorities must stop avoiding this issue because every year we register an increase in these so-called anomalies occurring. I do not know what causes them, but frequently the repercussions are tragic. add to the helpless attempts to cover up these events by the governments of particular countries that are just becoming more and more pathetic. In 1998, Kremlin officially denied that the Special Natural Phenomena Research Unit established in the 50s was to deal with the anomalies in any way. Yeah, I mean, weird shit happens all the time, and people... Okay, oh, actually, this should be good, because this should put us... Yes, right there. Perfect. Okay, and then our next note, it looks like, is way over here. Which is... Just keep following the path. But yeah, I mean... And here's the thing, though, right? There's also a lot of them that have explanations, but not necessarily easy to find ones, and not even because, like, oh, it's aliens or something, you know, it's like, that's the explanation. It's like, oh, because the person who caused the thing that the other person witnessed didn't know what it looked like from there. So when the thing was reported, the person may have even read it and didn't even think that it's like, ah, and didn't even think anything of it. Like, there was one... well, now, and then to be fair, some of them also aren't really widely reported, you know? Like, there was one, if you ever watched the show Fact or Fake. Great show, love it. They take videos from, like, the internet and that, and, they figure out whether or not what happened on the videos actually happened, or if it was all just, like, not necessarily, like, faked. I mean, I get that it's called fact or fake. So, oh, hello. So yes, a lot of the time, you know, it's like, oh, these people faked this event and whatever, right? But a lot of times it's also just like they didn't realize what they were seeing. Like, there was one where they were using... They got a thermal hit while exploring a ship. These ghost hunters, right? And they went to the ship and they figured out what it was. The FLIR thermal whatever that they were using has an effective range. And where they got the hit was outside of that range. So, like, I don't know where the hell that person's looking, and I keep getting caught on random crap. But, yeah, the thing, like, where they were looking was outside the thermal range, and what it was that the sensors on the thermometer, on the FLIR that they were using, right, just, not necessarily, like, made something up, but because it was outside the range of it, or the effective range of it, it basically, like, misread the temperature at, like, the end of the hallway or whatever it was. And that's all it was. Like, it was technically considered faked, but, you know, it wasn't like they purposefully did it, right? And then there was another one that was, like, a bunch of... It looked like a bunch of UFOs, like a huge amount of UFOs. Now, the people who recorded this one should have known better, because with the amount of UFOs, it was in, I want to say Spain, but I'm not entirely sure. But it was in, like, a big city, right? And, like, the amount of them that there should have been way more reports. But it was balloons that was released during a wedding. And, that's all it was. But obviously when they were recording it, they didn't know the people who were at the wedding. They didn't know that there was a wedding taking place or anything. But, you know, the thing I read said that those guys are supposed to make the compass go out of whack when they're nearby. It doesn't seem to be. I also have no idea how far down this path we went, because even knowing where we are on the map and knowing where we're going and where the roads should be, the roads aren't obviously marked, and a distance isn't really my strong suit in the first place. Okay, so we have a path coming in there, and then we have a split path here, which leads me to believe that we're about here, right? Because like we should have just came down this path, and then we have that path coming in from here. I have a split path here, so it should be the path. Although according to this, we're heading north. Which doesn't make sense, but if we go this... Nope. Oh, I see, I think. Okay, so we are there, but I got which path I got here on mixed up, so I think this way should lead to the note. If not, it's out and further left. Although the sound is getting much louder. But anyway, yeah, and then like something like that, you know. Like even assuming the people who had the wedding saw the report or saw the video about it, they may not have realized that that's what the police looked like from that distance, and then, you know, never reported it. Dr. Grigor and Atanowitz's, wait, I don't know how to pronounce CZ, testimony on anomaly, whatever. We have never seen such a thing. The activity sets was off the scale. Energy readings. It was just beyond any reason. I remember Dr. Pietnik. He said he had heard singing. He saw angels appearing from the light. It was clear to us that it was dangerous to stay too close to the anomaly for too long, but we had to conduct more tests. Therefore, we decided to use the prisoners. That is why we created Section 22. Sure. Now, this was a horrible idea. And not just because of the obvious you shouldn't use prisoners that way argument, which, you know, sure, you shouldn't use prisoners that way either. But, we're assuming that they're using prisoners that are doing hard time that nobody cares about. You know? Because if they use prisoners that are like robbery, like that have a family, people might come looking for them. That isn't the prisoners you use. You use the serial killer that you tell everybody was executed. And then you don't have to worry about anybody looking for him or even giving a fuck, right? Now, you're investigating anomalies. You don't know what these anomalies do. For all you know, these anomalies are going to give that serial killer that nobody cared was executed because of how bad he was, superpowers. Now, obviously, you know, odds are not. But when you're dealing with something that shouldn't exist in the first place, do you really risk it? No, you don't. Now, to be fair, just because you put somebody in there that theoretically would be fine if they had superpowers, doesn't mean they're going to be. I mean, that whole power corrupts thing, right?
You have
like
to go faster. I don't have a lot of time left. You have to hurry. Find a way. Find me, or I'll unleash hell upon you.
Okay, but, I mean... how fast are we talking here? Oh, God, the fuck? Is that the bridge falling apart? Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Oh. See, I want to look at the map, but at the same time I see all this crud coming down the path behind me. See, so like... just like the first time I died, what just happened? Like, should I have been, like, is it just because I wasn't sprinting? Like, did the smoke get me? And then that's just how the smoke kills you, is if it catches up to you, it just puts one of those things there, and it's like, gotcha. Because once again, to me, that just seemed like they spawned a bad guy in front of me and immediately had him kill me. Like, I don't... Like, I'm enjoying the game, don't get me wrong. But stuff like that is like, but what exactly just happened? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. And in a game like this, where the only death is insta-death, that's not good. Because it's like, I just died. Okay, I should avoid doing that next time. But if I don't know what that is, I can't avoid it. So it's like, that thing just killed me. And that is all the information I have.
You have to go faster.
Because I have... I mean, I guess he does say you have to go faster, so...
Find me.
I guess it makes sense that I should be sprinting. But I mean, my sprint is limited. And then, like, I'm insanely slow. So it's like... all those... See, because, like, my vision gets blurry, right? You know, it's almost like he's fucking holding his breath when he sprints. Yeah, it must have just been... that must just be, like, if the stuff catches up to you. Now, are we good? Oh, it looks like it's still coming. Nope, not that. Right. Nope, right trigger. No idea where I'm going, by the way. I don't think that I'm going the right way. Especially if I'm hearing a piece of paper. Caution, a psychopath on the loose. A dangerous criminal has escaped from the Moscow Mental Institute. We've been informed the man is completely insane and delusional. Okay, so where the fuck did we just... okay, so we're down there. So I should turn around then and head north. Okay, the orange smoke does seem to have disappeared. Okay, so we turned around. We should be heading... I mean, to be fair, maybe not. Like, I don't know. Like, I can see where the next note we should pick up is. I'm just not entirely sure where that is, because, like, it's not on one of the paths. So all I really know is that it's more or less north. Because the next note we need that I see on the map is like right here. But I don't know like how to get there, you know. this way looks blocked. So I guess we won't be going that way. Also sounds like the church should be this way, but I... Oh, is that it right there, actually? That could be it. I don't know if that's where we're heading or not. According to my compass, it shouldn't be. Because based on where we picked up the last note and my compass, it should have been directly north of where we picked that up. Can I go up here? I can't. That's where we came from. We went through here. South again. Yeah. That's where we came from. No, this is where we originally came from, right? Like, this is where the smoke was chasing us? Yeah, it has to be where the smoke was chasing us. So then when I get out of here... should be able to... right and go this way. So then here should have been... we got the note like off this tree, or this tree, right? It was like, yeah, that's where we got the note from. Okay, so with that, we are right back here. So a little bit north, and then we want to go east. And according to the map, there's a path. Now, granted, once again, because the map, whoever wrote the map was apparently right in its side, fucking crooked. But either way, it should be north and then to the right, on the right. But I'm not really seeing a path on the right. And it really makes it seem like we're coming back out this way. So presumably now, here would be the split path. You go that way or you go that way, right? So yeah, I guess we do go this way. And then we stick to the path. It should not have combined. I don't know. I got nothing. Like I said, maybe it's just that the roads aren't, like, maybe it just isn't, because it isn't clear what exactly they're counting. Like, what the roads on the map are exactly being counted as in the real world. Like, I don't know if what I'm currently walking on is considered a road. like one of those roads. But now I'm back at this bridge that isn't marked on the map, I'll say. I mean, unless that's this path here. Like, unless I somehow managed to make it all the way up there, but that seems... Well, no, because I think that's our end point, is that part of the map. So, like, what this point is... Because if we started here, there's no dead ends. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because obviously this may not be a dead end on the map, depending on when this caved in. Because, I mean, clearly... Oh, I see, you can go around it. 68 north, 34 east. East. Okay, well that's where that other note was, more or less. But I find it hard to believe that that's where we are. Because that's kind of what I was hoping that would show, or that is that what that meant, is that that's where we are, but... And that, alright, sure, I can step on one log, but the other log doesn't exist. Okay. So according to this map, we need to head north. And then I want to take the eastern path. We're at this note. This is our road. If we head straight north, there's supposed to be a path on our right. That breaks off. And hopefully doesn't go towards that bridge that does us no good. But I see no path. At all. Even the slightest hint of one. And now we're heading west. Well, northwest, which means we're actually on this other side path that's taking us back around this way. Which presumably, whatever, we still need to go that way. But now, somehow, despite starting here and going north, we're heading basically directly west. There are no roads on here that lead directly west. So, what exactly happened? Why am I now heading directly west? So, if the map was tilted... Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I have absolutely dick all. Because I know that bridge is a bust. It does give me coordinates to a note, which is interesting. But it also doesn't help me. So I guess we'll just go this way, because I don't know what other way to go, and it's mostly north, which is where we're heading, so we're trying to get to. But at the same time, there's a cave that we have to go through. A campsite. So how the fuck did we end up here? Like, I don't understand how we got here. At all. So if we're here... Not there. Here. So, like, there should be a path to the west and a path south. So, there's the thing. Come a little bit out. I guess this is our path south. And that's our path west. So, I want to go this way first. Because this is our...
For a very long time, I could not come across any trail. The tracks came and went as if someone was playing with me, as if the victims were moving. And as soon as I was almost sure I had seen something and I would find something new behind the next tree, the trail suddenly went cold. I had no idea what was going on. Finally, I reached a small meadow. There, I found a bound journal, as if someone left it there on purpose. The journal belonged to the members of the expedition. They wrote down their thoughts and observations. Note, there were also some obscure entries, probably taken down in the dark, concerning the situation they were in. This could shed some new light on the case. I am attaching the journal to this report. We have to control the conduct of the investigation, and at a certain point stop the information flow. The facts concerning the incident cannot be made public in any way, shape, or form.
Alright. So let's recap. I left. I took the southern road and ended up northwest of where I started. Anyone care to explain? No? Didn't think so. It's also very weird that when you click A on the campsite, that it just brings up the map. It doesn't, like, bring up the map and put it on the campsite you're at. It just puts it, like, in the middle of the map, which is very weird to me. I think I'm hearing... paper, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It's too fucking windy. Somewhere on this fucking mountain, though, is a piece of paper that I'm missing. Or that I need. Come on now, where are you, paper? Make some noise. I know you want to. Totem, but that doesn't help. Kind of wish that, like, you could make your own marks on the map, you know? Or that they had more... Like, if you come across one of those totems, it would have been nice if you could, like... Oh, it's so windy, I can't tell if, like, some of the noises I'm hearing are paper or just, like... I'm hearing the wind slightly different. But, like, it would have been nice, like, if you come across one of those totems or something, right? Like, there are certain things where, like, you can go over to them, hit A, and it'll put a mark on your map. Just for you to get your bearings a little bit better. Because, like, while I can appreciate them wanting you to navigate like this, because that's the point of the game. Oh. Is that our note? Yeah, even staying right over it, I can't fucking hear it.
We slept in something you could call a hotel. 2 persons per bed. We woke up at 9 a.m. It was actually quite comfortable, although it was a little cold because we forgot to close the window vent. We ate breakfast, packed our things, and at 11 a.m. we were ready to go. We set off in the back of a truck, so it was a bit cold. During the ride, we talked about absolutely everything we could think of. On the spot, we spoke with some local workers. I remembered one in particular. He had a red beard. Friends called him Beardman. We cooked and ate dinner, and now we are resting. Half of the group is looking at some maps. The rest are sleeping. I started handling the equipment and writing. It is still a bit too cold. My hands are shaking, but finally, my thoughts are much brighter than yesterday. No creepiness in them whatsoever. There's a long way ahead of us, but the only thing I can feel is excitement. It seems as if the forest is calling us. That beautiful, magical, dark forest.
Alright. Okay, so, with that found, hopefully that's the one I was looking for. Oh, thank Christ. So now I need to find my way northeast, which is that way. I guess more east than north to try and find that path out of here. Because I want to go along this road. Because we do have, it looks like, 54 and 61. There's 61. 54 is way over here. Wait, am I getting those mixed up? I am. Hang on. 54. And 61 is in this crater. 62. 47 though is right here. So that's the one that we're going for next. So anyway, we're about here. I mean, this looks promising. It's more or less the right direction. Which is pretty much all we can say for any of the pathways on this fucking map is, it's more or less right. Although it seems to be turning south. Which obviously isn't correct. Oh my god. Oh, although, if that's the path we were looking at before, right? Like, I was going along this cliff face looking for a fucking way out, and I couldn't find it. It took me all the way up to that campsite. So, unless this is maybe... Because, yeah, if that's... So, where is this bridge on this? Like, that's, right now, my biggest question. Is where am I on the map right now? Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, because from here I go basically south, it looks like, because the camp is somewhere over there, which means that this bridge is to the north of this camp, which it fucking can't be. Because, yeah, like, if I go this way, it should lead me back to that. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be. No, because I guess I do end up going further north, get to the camp. Yeah, I am. Because up here, that cave there should be the camp, right? Yes. Okay. So then, from the camp, we should be able to head south and find a path on our left that takes us out of here. We head south, but if we head south, for some reason, we immediately hit this. So this way is south now, for some reason. And I have no idea why. That's like a 90-degree change. Because, like, literally, we were just at this campsite. We walked out. Look, we're heading basically south. And now to our right is this. So, like, I don't get it. I don't understand what's wrong with it. We got that there. That doesn't help me. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like the end of the game, just another one of these things that we have to get to. And I also don't know why clicking A on that brings us up, just brings up a zoomed in map without providing us any additional information. But yeah, based on what I can tell, the path leading out of here has to be that bridge. And then I guess it's just blocked off. But that really doesn't make sense that they would send us this whole... Because I can't even go back the way I came because I can't jump back that way, you know? Like, there has to be a way out of this valley that is a different way than I came in. But yeah, like that path there with the bridge basically has to be here. Like, it has to be this path leading out. Because it's the only split along this entire route, you know? And like I said, the fact that it's blocked off doesn't mean too much because it could still... Oh, I can go this way.
Let me in, and I'll see for myself.
Okay, so does this mean that this is like this loop that we're doing here? Is that where we are now? Is that loop? If so, there should be another... note somewhere. hear it. Oh yeah, and then this is leading us back up onto the bridge. Okay. So it was just a much more roundabout route to get around.
The weather is
Okay.
pretty good. We have the wind at our back. We arranged with the locals that they will give us a ride to the location of the second camp. We helped them unload the carts and waited for the horses. At approximately 4 p.m., we set off to continue our journey. We managed to replenish food supplies so we could eat something on our way there. The horses are moving slowly. It's making me sleepy. It's getting dark. The second camp was an abandoned village. We found a house to stay at overnight. In total darkness, we started setting up a fireplace. Everyone cut themselves on nails sticking out of the boards. Apart from that, everything was okay. Then, it all started.
Okay. I am curious if we're getting these based off of... See, now look, we're heading directly north, right? Now, guaranteed, we just did this loop to get back up here, and we just got this, right? Why are we heading directly north? We're very clearly should be heading northeast. But according to the compass, we're heading directly north, which just isn't the fucking thing on this map. It's so annoying that this map is crooked. Like, I don't... Oh, although, right. I also keep forgetting, the asshole that my character is also holding the compass crooked. Because who holds a compass straight up and down? Or who holds a compass straight? Because I imagine that the black and white sections of the compass, if you're facing north, should be directly on the left and right. Not mostly, not, you know, crooked like this. But either way, we just need to go this way. Turn right. Which is why you'll hear me saying right and left more than east and west or north and south. Because obviously I can't trust it, because I keep saying that the map is crooked, but it's just the dickhead that we are. We can't hold a compass straight. Okay, well that's where we're heading, is to that radio tower. And there should be a note just before we get there, it looks like. Yeah, I can hear it. I think it might be up there. Can't get through that way though. Doesn't look like we can get through this way. Because I don't think that we have any, like, climbing ability. So we must have to go around the other way to get in there, into this facility, whatever it used to be. Could be a old relay station. Based on, you know, it does have a big communications tower up on a mountain, so it could very easily have been a relay station or just like a base itself. That might be our no. Excerpts from a logbook entries written by Dr. Ivan Wansky. You know what we wanted to do? We played gods. Telekinesis, telepathy, group hypnosis, causing mental and physical disorders, creating disintegrated space. The subjects did not even handle a sample of the radiation. The ones that somehow survived behaved as if possessed, communicating with us in different voices, languages that we could not even recognize. And then all of them died. One after another, some turned into rock and some into ashes. I remember one who levitated, all his limbs twisted, and he froze like that above the ground. A long time has passed, and it still haunts me. Imagine. I remember it. I see it happening in front of me every night. Did anyone survive? They later told me that nobody did, but I think one of the subjects could have survived. Do you have any idea what we have done, my dear Anton? Well, I'm assuming, like I said, you created... or you gave a prisoner superpowers. You gave a bad guy superpowers. The genius that you were. Oh yeah, I think this is the bunker where, like... to get the achievement that has to do with it, I think you had to, like, go through it, like, a special way or something, including getting chased by this guy. Oh. Ow. Oh. Did I do it right? You've unlocked the incident in the bunker. Hey, I did do it right. Look at me go, I think.
The human being's mind is a curious toy, consumed by pain and madness. It resists, but defends itself from what can set it free. The path to understanding leads through contradiction. We deny one simple fact, the fact that humans are the real monsters. And as such, we should treat each other. Although I had been deluding myself otherwise for so many years, I have finally figured out my true nature. Remember that in the darkness, you are never alone. There is always someone who awaits your fall.
That's awesome that I actually got that achievement. All... all I remembered was that when you're when you're coming down the stairs, you're supposed to like turn around halfway down the stairs or something, which I didn't do. So I felt like I fucked it up, but apparently. And then I remembered like something comes out, and then you're supposed to run away until you fall down or something.
As I've recently learned, this truth was pounded into me by pain, cruelty, and lies. I learned from this. I remembered. It nearly touched the essence of my understanding, becoming the revelation of truth, when they dragged me down the corridor with my shattered bones. When they operated on me to observe the misplacement of my organs. When they put the worst nightmares into my head. When they closed me up, put me together again, and revived me over and over to test the limits of my endurance. And when finally, after so many years, they told me my wife was dead. Time does not heal wounds.
Excuse me, there is a message.
I mean, it doesn't heal all wounds. For sure, but...
Excuse me, there is a message.
Okay, so we need to find a way out of here that's... northeast, I think? But I think I ended up going, like, dropping out of that base on the wrong side. Because when I was looking there, the tower was north of us. And it really shouldn't be, because there's nothing to the south of the tower, according to the map. It's like nothing at all. Okay, so this is where we came in. Go back around this way, we should be out there, and then keep going this way. Yeah, we need to get on the other side of this, I think, to leave. To get to our next campsite, if I'm not mistaken. Because then this path curves in. Yeah. So I think I may actually need to get back in there and see if there's a different exit from that place. So is Sean Bean like the prisoner that survived then, or something here? Like, or do I just go all the way around? Actually, can I just? Doesn't seem likely, but. Oh, I mean, I got a. It's actually just kind of a big open area, which if they're south of the tower, like we are, that does make sense. But it's just a big open area. Wow, this place, when it fell apart, it really fell apart, dude. Alright, let's try this way this time. See, when I saw the way these were set up, I was like, oh, am I gonna have to, like, sneak my way through here, hiding from the ghosties, but then that didn't really happen. Which I thought was weird, but... Okay, so from here, I basically have no option other than to go up and over. Which puts me at the bunker, and yeah. Okay, and then the note was there, which tracks with that path. Which means... Yeah, I need to go... Is that a path out right there that I missed somehow? No, this is just back here again, right? Damn it. Well, it doesn't look like there's another way out of there. But I need to go that way. Ish. Yeah. Really wish we had unlimited sprint. Because it's not like it would have made that big. Or at least I don't feel like it would have made that big of a difference. Alright, so actually if that... Okay, hang on. If this is where that note was, right? Then maybe I'm misreading the pathways. Maybe this is this route. Possibly. Unfortunately, I can't tell if it looks the same. Ah, yeah, that is that route. Awesome. Let's see, how long have we been going? Okay, well, we have over an hour. Okay, so if we're right there, I mean, we might be able to knock out the next thing. Because, I mean, it doesn't... Assuming that we don't get lost, because the next thing is right here. So, I mean, we could go underneath, we could go past this bridge, right? And then head south. There's a note here, and then we just head underneath that bridge and get that, and then we can come down here and end at the campsite. And since the only other thing I have to record today is Fallout 4, let's go for it. Alright, so there's the first bridge, which we reached rather quickly. Not. Well. And, oh, but then what about this? Does this count as I don't know. I really don't know. So, well, I mean, there's a pathway that way, but I kind of want to stay over here, because if there's a split path... I think this is the correct way. And then we should... be coming up on another note. Yes. Alive corpses on Siberia. Was there a top-secret facility where scientists worked on reviving the dead? Several elements would suggest that this is the case. We are in Inia, a town in Siberia. Here there was supposed to be the institute where decades ago the most brilliant minds were to accomplish the impossible, alive corpses. Nowadays, in place of the complex, there are only ruins. It is difficult to determine what exactly was there. Till this day, we can stumble upon things resembling medical equipment, but it is clear there was no hospital here, as the elder locals recall. One day the military came, marked out an area, set up a construction site, and then it took them several years to build it. One building after another. People were happy because there was work, but as soon as they finished, the military surrounded the area with barbed wire fences and forbade to even walk in the vicinity. I remember trucks pulling up and soldiers unloading some equipment. Behind there was a large lot where huge delivery vehicles pulled up. People said those were refrigerated trucks. It had been going on like that for more than a dozen years and nothing happened. 2 or 3 years before they closed it down, some weird things had occurred. We saw them transporting people to the facility, and the whole village heard screaming in the middle of the night, as if they were murdering people. One day, it just stopped. Oops. The trucks left, the military stayed for a while, engineers came, and they tore the whole thing to the ground, and that was it. What could have been in that facility? But... Whoops. Nope. Hang on. So it's very clear that I should be able to scroll down here, right? Like it, because it's cut off. But nothing is... Hang on. Hang on. Let's see. Kholat. Wow, okay, so there's somebody on the Kholat subreddit who's also noticed the same thing, but nobody fucking... Yeah, he just says that there's no way to do it, so I mean... And nobody responded to him. to say that there was, or how to do it on console. So yeah, apparently it's just, if you're playing this game on console, go fuck yourself, which is always a good stance for a game company to make, right? Okay, here's our other bridge. Doesn't look like we can actually get up it though. So it looks like we might have to go around to the campsite first, and then up and around to the whatever it is that's over there. But yeah, I am curious if, like, the entries that we're finding are based on where we found them, or if it's just, like, in order. Like, the first one you find will always be the first one that you find, and so on and so forth. Because, I mean, I imagine the ones, like, at the specific locations are probably set to be whatever they are. Yeah. But then you have all the random ones that we're finding. I'll go to the location first, because it's hopefully this way, actually, come to think of it. Let's see, if we're standing here... Looking north, we just came down this path, so we need to go that way up. Although there seems to be a path that way, that way. I'm gonna go this way, underneath all these banners. That seems right. Yeah, and then it splits off there, but we want to go this way. Towards a tornado. Right, because why wouldn't we? And singing. And more goo. I don't know why I called it goo, it's smoke, but... Runes lighting up, lights in the sky.
Finally, we made it to the pass. Thank God, we made it. On our way, I felt someone was following us. I heard strange whispers around. I sometimes even caught a glimpse of a moving shadow in the trees. There were moments I could feel someone's breath upon my shoulder, but when I stopped still, hearing the snow crunching under one's boots, and turned around, there was nobody there. I had the impression this is a place of some horrid altar of madness. Nothing is as it should be. Or it's some kind of a nightmare. And then we found the bodies. Something told me not to look, but it looked like something was sticking out. Or maybe there was just some voice in my head which kept repeating, "Go down there, go." I can hear it clearly even now. So I went down and found the remaining 4. The way they looked, what on earth could have happened to them? I'm not able to describe it in detail. Smashed skulls, twisted limbs, broken ribs, torn, cut, or burnt skin. Never ever have I seen anything like this. A gruesome image of madness or some sick experiment. As if someone or something played with them and abandoned the destroyed toys in the forest. I felt madness was slowly but firmly overcoming my soul.
Alright. So as you can see, I can't go back down the path. So, you know, I gotta go get across the gap. Oof. Now, I am curious if... Oh, nope. And then the sky immediately cleared up. Alright. Well, let's head back to the campsite. And as I said, we'll stop there for today. We got quite a few of the things done. And found quite a few notes as well. We did get lost at the beginning again, but... You know, overall we found it. Just fine. So yeah, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. And there's another one right close by. There's another one like right here-ish. 64, 65, something like that. 66, 72. So like right there. And it looks like oh good lord, 1, 2, 3, 4 notes before it, and one presumably immediately after it. So I mean that should be good. And then yeah, we'll keep heading up this way. And it looks like there's another note up here. Yeah, because there's like a note here, one down here, 2 right about here, and then the whatever it is, the story-based thing. Then there's a note here, 1 here, and then if from here we head into the forest, that's another main objective. And then there's a campsite and note up here, another main objective over here, with a note in this little mess here. And then after that, we'll only have one more main objective all the way up here in this cave system. And then obviously, well, the rest of the notes in that are all like along this path. I think there's one over here, one down here, looks like one here, and then the rest all look like they're in the cave system, which should be rather annoying if I'm being honest. Now, as long as the enemies stay about as sparse as they already are, we should be good. But I don't know. But that'll be it for this part. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there's probably 2 more parts after this one. At least. Just based on like how spread out everything is. Because I imagine that there'll probably be, based on the map that I'm looking at, we'll probably knock out the next 3 main objectives next part. But then getting the rest of the notes in the last objective will probably have to be its own part. I might record it all at once anyway. Depending on how much I get done during the week. But yeah. I'm gonna say at this point 2 parts. So unless we really don't get lost at all next part, if we don't get lost at all next part, we may be able to do it in one. And in all honesty, considering that the last one and the last notes are all within a cave system, we may very well manage doing it all at once. And also, I just realized why when you click on the tent, it brings up the maps, because you can fast travel from there. I completely forgot that fast travel was a thing in this game, because we've been just doing a loop and we haven't needed to fast travel. Because, like, while you could potentially fast travel back to the middle of the map every time you go out from there, there's notes along the way from one to the other, so there's very little reason to do that. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.